Good morning, internet. I am just about to get ready for work. I mean, I'm technically at work now. I've been like answering emails and checking Slack channels and stuff, but I do like taking a little bit of time to still do my makeup. I still would always do my skincare routine, but I think, I don't know, just doing some light makeup just makes me feel like the day has started. It's like the transition from at home Celina into like work Celina. I'm going to get ready for the morning, and I thought I would just do a time lapse. So work is finally over and I'm in the middle of trying to edit this video, my life. So I'm editing this plan with me video that needs to go out today, but I think I'm gonna make it a simple video today because I'm not really feeling like editing a lot. I don't know, I'm just not in an editing mood right now, and so I think I was going to film a voiceover, or record a voiceover for it, because I didn't actually talk in this video. Again, it was one of those times where I just didn't feel like talking. But I really don't feel like talking right now either. So what I'm going to do is I'll speed it up, put some music over it, and then I'll just do some subtitles. And hopefully that will be suffice for now, because yeah, I'm just really not in the mood to spend a lot of time editing tonight. I've also got to do my Japanese homework because I've got Japanese lessons tomorrow. And there was a new delivery that came in from Kmart today that I really want to unbox, and I've promised myself that I will not unbox it until I finish this video. So let's get cracking. So I'm sitting here because I actually did finish editing my video. It's exporting right now. Today, man, I don't feel like I've actually sat down and really chatted about my day. My days just felt really, I feel like I'm going through a really weird period right now. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just feeling weird vibes. I just strive to be like Tobias, to be honest, because he is just naturally so positive. Anyways, what I wanted to show you is some of the stuff I got from Kmart. It is, they're not very interesting. They're literally just puzzles. And I don't even know what puzzles I ordered because all I wanted were puzzles with like 1,000 pieces to them. And these are like really cheap. They're like $5 or $8 or something like that. And I think I would have preferred this particular design, this unicorn. It's so pretty, but you know, I'll take this girl as well. She's fine. And really it's just a thing for me and Tobias to do. I've been doing a few digital puzzles online to kill time, and I don't know why, but that was starting to increase my anxiety because I felt like I couldn't, I think it's also because there was a timer on it, and so I couldn't put it away until I'd finished it. But sometimes it would take like literally 2.5 hours to do a 300 or 400 piece puzzle. Whereas these ones, I think a physical puzzle is just way more relaxing. It's just more tactile. So I ordered a few because they are so cheap. So I got a Royal Flush, like a poker. By the way, I really suck at poker, even though I do know how to play. And I actually have played at the tables at Crown probably like 13 years ago. One of my previous managers after work took me there. Not just he and I, like me and another grad, to play poker. I felt, and I was like training outside of work to play poker because I wanted to impress my manager. Yeah, I was that sort of grad. And then this one is like a violin, very classical. I kind of like this one. And then the last one, ooh, I think this one's my favorite. It's just so quaint. It's like a little cottage. I know that I have some family members that always dream of like, ooh, just hit myself in the face. They dream of like moving to the Dandenongs and having a quaint little cottage. And I can kind of see the appeal. Don't think I'd want to have my own. I'd probably like to stay at an Airbnb like this, or if my anyone in my family ever decided to buy one, I would totally stay at their place. But for me and Tobias, I think our dream has always Firstly, to actually renovate our home so it's like cozy, and I just feel like I would be it's not even just about being able to film lots more videos and lots more variant types of videos, but just to have like, yeah, just for it to feel cozy. And after that, I don't know, I go back and forth a lot. I'm like, oh, I would love an apartment in Japan so that we could go there and live there a few months of the year, or an apartment in New York because I love New York. Those are probably the two. I know that like one's a country and one's a city. I'm not, don't worry. I know it could have come off a little strange there. When I think of Japan, I was very sure that it would be Osaka. That would be the city I'd want to live in, but I sometimes wonder whether Tokyo just makes more sense logistically. But yeah, it's either like Osaka / Tokyo or New York. And then I think, wow, real estate is so expensive, and you basically just pick the two most expensive cities you want to like have a second home in. So maybe not. Maybe I'll just be happy with the one home I have and just travel heaps to those countries. So I am in the process of just doing a little bit of setup, but I don't know, I just wanted to vlog because I'm actually really excited. I bought this domain a long time ago. It's called A Fable in Time, of course, because I feel like all my more like fun brands, if that makes sense, all have to tie in with fables somehow. We've got Fable in Fashion, A Beautiful Fable, Tell Me Your Fable, A Fable in Time, and I've registered a domain called The Fable Network or something like that. And I think I'm going to do some sort of collaboration between all 4 brands. I'm just trying to remember if they've got any, if I've left out any, but I don't think so. I think I have 4 brands that kind of sit in this whole fable-ish theme, which I really love because I feel like that is at the essence of what I love, that sort of fairies and fables sort of thing. Anyways, so A Fable in Time, I don't know if I've gone through this in much detail, but it is basically my new cosplay site. So if you followed me way back in the day, like literally it says 2002, yeah, since 2002, if you'd followed me since then, which I don't really know, like I know there's some of you out there because I still get comments from people like, oh, I remember back in the day when you did like the Shiro Ikaru outfit and stuff like that. I'm like, whoa, you guys have been around forever. Brownie points if you've been around since my Suzaku days, because I launched Suzaku.nu, which was my original anime domain, which is actually still kind of active. There's a bit of a script on there at the moment, and seriously, we should be best friends if you understand the meaning behind that script. I launched that, I bought that in 1999 and launched that in 2000. So like 20 years ago, I launched my first anime domain. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Oh my gosh, that is insanity. I remember I had a website called The Moon Family before that, which was dedicated to Sailor Moon. That was my first website ever. It was on a website called GeoCities, which I'm sure doesn't exist anymore. But oh my gosh, this is a walk down memory lane. But anyways, so this is getting a little heavy. I just rested on my table. So Fables in Time is the reincarnation of my old site, which used to be called Extreme Motion. If you guys have ever seen an anime called X Driver, then that's kind of where the inspiration came from. But I felt like Extreme Motion doesn't really suit me anymore. Like I feel like my brand names are a little softer. And so I went through a few versions of it, and I litmus test them with Tobias and Violet, and I think we all kind of agreed A Fable in Time just feels a little bit more whimsical and kind of suits the whole cosplay theme. So I'm in the process of re-uploading all my old costumes, and I have a lot of costumes. Like I've got 2 up there so far, which I showed you. So I've got Shia and Yumura Kirika so far, and I'm just trying to figure out how to like space it out. I think I might do 3 or 4 columns, but I'm just trying to code it up, and I kind of use the developer toolkit or the developer debugging kit to try and get the right styling in. So very grateful for the fact that at least I know a little bit of coding, but I'm trying to upload those, and let's see, let me show you what the page generally looks like. If you've ever visited Extreme Motion, then this is pretty familiar. The structure is very much the same. There's a little bit of information, a picture of the actual character, and a bit of an about section about, I should actually say about the character. Yeah, I think I might change that to be about the character. And yeah, it just kind of goes into a bit of detail, and then underneath there's pictures. And this was my first costume ever. That's why the pictures, like, even if you open them, there is like, there's no picture of my head, because I was so self-conscious that when I, these pictures actually were from a place called Tar Market, which sells a lot of anime. Oh, is it like playing? Oh, I need to stop that. I'm not really keen on that. But yeah, you can see I had like really short hair back then. Okay, that's annoying. I've got to stop that. And so yeah, it was my first cosplay outfit, and I was self-conscious, so you only see the body. It's just giving me all sorts of nostalgia vibes. Okay, there we go. It's also making me realize that I don't really have very good photography for a lot of my old costumes, because that one was made in 2002, and I think I started taking a bit of a hiatus from cosplay towards 2010. So after about 8 to 9 years, I started moving more into the blogging space, and I went into YouTube. And I don't think I was heavily into photography back then. So yeah, so that's probably why all my photos are like pretty crap, because I didn't know much about cameras. And Tobias actually took basically all my photographs, because we met in 2003. And so since then he's been doing all my videos and photographs and everything. But he was always using like a really tiny camera, which it was my camera. It was one that I borrowed from my parents, and it was really, really small. Surprisingly, it was a digital camera, so go figure. But it was, yeah, some like crappy point and shoot. So I don't know, I kind of like feel like reshooting a lot of these costumes. Even though I'm like much older now, but I think I could probably pull it off. And if I can't, just let me live in denial. I'm happy about that. Yeah, I don't know, it's just so nostalgic, and I love it. So I'm gonna upload all those costume pages. It's gonna take me a little while. It's a very manual process. I really feel like there should be an easier way to do this, like a template I could use. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. I finished the video, by the way, the plan to me. It's uploaded. I'm low-key proud of myself, because I managed to get it uploaded. I got the Instagram photo out, and I got a corresponding blog post out, and that's kind of how I'm going to try and manage the planner channel. This lighting is not bad, but hey internet, so work is over, and Tobias and I are out getting some takeaway, because it is after Japanese, so it's just carrying on a tradition. Although I'm not sure whether we're going to go back physically to Japanese anytime soon. They are kind of in the middle of trying to figure that out, and I feel like a lot of things are still trying to figure things out right now. I think Tobias is just picking the food up. So, oh my gosh, I love this lighting, but I think I just more like not being in my office for a change. It's a nice change of pace. But we're out at the moment, and on the drive here and just the area and everything, there is so many people out right now. It's crowded, which I'm kind of shocked, because restaurants are not open yet. It doesn't open till next week. And then there's still like a 20-person limit, but people just seem to be really over it, and they just want to get out, and the streets are crowded. People are just walking around everywhere. I mean, it's nice to see people, but at the same time a little scary. But I guess given how low the transmission rates are in Victoria, I'm guessing that, you know, it's probably okay. I don't know. And maybe I'm paranoid? I still don't feel comfortable walking around so many people, so. Oh, Tobias is here, that food. Hey internet, it is Friday, work is over, I've had dinner, so it's actually been a little while since I last vlogged, and I made sure to change the battery now, so hopefully the camera won't die. But I'm actually supposed to get a video out tonight, and I don't think I'm gonna do that. I feel a little bit contented out. I spent the last 2 nights basically putting together my new cosplay website, A Fable in Time, which I mentioned like a bazillion times now. And I put all my old costumes up, which, you know, makes me so nostalgic to see them. And it makes me want to redo some, oops, blurry. Makes me want to redo some of them. And why am I still blurry? Okay. Yeah, redo some of them, reshoot some of them. Like, I would love to do Snow White in a proper forest. I remember the Snow White shoot I did was so uncomfortable. And also, so many of these photos were shot when neither Tobias and I were really into cameras. Like, the fact that all of them was 2010, Tobias is back there. The fact that all of them was 2010, that was like before we got into YouTube. And so we only really understood how cameras worked and stuff. I don't know. I started my first YouTube video in 2011. I think you pretty much started 6 months or a year after that.
Yeah, it's been a while ago.
So, and then even then, video skills weren't so great. Oh, the cameras we're using weren't so great. I reckon it's more like 2000. Probably in the last 5 years or so have I felt more confident with my camera game and shooting and stuff like that. So, I feel like all those photos could honestly be reshot and they look so much better. And I am getting so annoyed that I keep going out of focus. I don't know why it's happening. It must be some setting. Here I am going on about how confident I am about my video skills, and I can't even get myself to focus on a point and shoot. I think it's looking at you every time you turn around.
Oh, it's picking on me. Can you tap your face down?
Yeah, I do, but it still keeps, after a while, I think it's because I look down. Anyways, yeah, so I kind of want to reshoot a lot of the costumes, but that's probably a bit OCD of me. So what I think I'm going to do is just focus on the new costumes. Like, I think my goal is to try and get 2 new costumes this year. Hopefully I can do more. I don't know how that's going to go. And yeah, and that's what I mean by content out, because I'm like, I really just want to create content, and I've got so many platforms I'm creating content on, and I really should be focusing, but I can't decide just yet which one is going to get all my attention. So I figured I would just keep doing all of them until something just speaks to me. Anyways, that was a long way to get to the point of I don't feel like editing videos tonight. Bit over all the content stuff. So we're gonna do a puzzle instead. So these are all the puzzles. Oops, I'm gonna hold the strap. Sorry, the strap's just gonna be a bit annoying. These are the different puzzles that we're looking at. So we're trying to figure out which puzzle to do. I kind of want to do the puzzle I dislike the most.
Just to get out of the way.
Just to get it out of the way, and then save the good one for last. And I like this one. This is like my favorite.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, so let's not do that one. Okay, now you pick one that you don't want to do yet. Okay, you like that one?
Yeah, out of those three, I reckon I like that one the best.
Okay.
And then you pick.
I think this will be easier.
It seems to have more distinct things. Like
Yeah.
this spot is like all black. I'm like, what the hell
I
are you
don't
gonna
think
do?
I'm
that?
gonna like this one.
So do you want to do that one first?
So let's do this one.
I'll use maybe I don't know whether we even get around to it. Maybe we'll do that one.
I feel like we have a better chance of getting this one done,
Okay.
and then we can move on to this one. I don't know if 1,000 puzzles is possible in a few hours, because it's 7:30 right now, and I'm probably going to take my shower at 10:30, so we've got 3 hours. So yeah, 3 hours. Don't know if this is possible. Never actually done a 1,000-piece puzzle before in real life, or ever. So it'll be
How
interesting.
big was the cat one you did?
Like 400, and I did it in 2.5 hours.
Okay, so multiply by.
But I think there's a difference between doing a digital puzzle and a tactile puzzle.
There's. I'm pretty sure time will probably go like that though. I think double the amount of pieces is not double the time. I think it's more than double because you have more to sort through.
Okay,
But we'll see how we go.
we'll see. Okay, you said this was 7:30. Let's go. Good morning, internet. It is the next day, and this is what we've accomplished so far, which is not too bad. This took about 3 hours. I might slowly work on this a little bit. Tobias is still in bed, but I couldn't sleep. My mind is just like racing with way too many thoughts and anxiety. Story of my life. So we're currently at Bunnings trying to buy a table, foldable table. I mean, this triggered really because we wanted to do the puzzle easier, but figured actually this is probably a useful thing to have in general for outdoor eating or anything. We're not really in a position yet to buy like a nice outdoor eating set, dining set rather. So this will do for now. And some plastic chairs. that's for
No,
sure.
I would get it, but I'm just finding it very interesting.
Looking for some indoor plants for the new backdrop I'm trying to put together. We ended up getting some fake plants. I don't know, I kind of was considering getting real ones. Like, I actually wanted to get real indoor ones, but Tobias had a good point that I probably don't need more things to look after in my life right now. Or just generally. So we're gonna go grocery shopping now. I think that's the last thing we really need to do. The weather is super good today, by the way. Like, really, it's a nice day. I think one of my managers was thinking of doing a country drive, like just to drive to the countryside. I'm like, if you do it next weekend, then the cafes and wineries may be open, so you could actually eat there. But right now, all you can do is really drive, because cafes and restaurants don't open till Monday, so 2 more days, and then you can actually dine in. Not that we'll be doing that. I think it's still going to be a while until we feel comfortable to do that. Yeah. Just cutter going. Second cutter going. Puzzles. Progress made on puzzles. And cat sleeping. Check. Look, we did it. Oh, 1,000 pieces.
1,000 pieces.
All done. We did it. Now to destroy it. Yeah, we're pretty much just going to undo it, put it back in the box. See if my niece wants it. Otherwise, probably donate it to charity so that someone else can have fun with it now. And then we will move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, look, my fingers are too fat. Crumble. Crumble.
Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina. Sorry for the boring week. I think about it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to the internet.